A rapid fire list of really weird shit that I've seen on TikTok yesterday and today that is freaking me the fuck out. Obviously the stuff about the earthquake, but that there was like thousands of earthquakes in one day. The sinkholes that opened up in Turkey, I'm assuming because of the earthquake. The 4 unidentified objects that were shot down. I don't know if like a couple of those were the balloons. I don't fucking know. The one shot that was shot down in Alaska, apparently the UFO messed with the plane and made it malfunction before it shot the thing down. That alien sighting in Australia where the guy was like, where are you going, to the alien? Who knows if that one was real. The green beams in Hawaii, just like in the sky, like green beams. The Ohio chemical explosion being literally covered up. Russian ships off each coast. Someone saw a Dementor in the sky on their flight. Fighter jets flying over Miami. Birds trying to get in people's houses.
Is there a bunch of pictures out here with people's names on them? Kevin, Erica Canty, I'm in the Devil's Tree Forest, whatever it is, I don't even fucking know. This is really weird. Is there a bunch of pictures?
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is
Came across a really interesting picture this morning, and it sent me down a rabbit hole that was very interesting. Let me show you the picture. Reading together now. The Brazilian tribe members had never heard of aliens before. They did not understand, but when they were shown a picture of an alien gray, they recognized it immediately. They said that is Manconawabu, referring to ant people. And ant people is something I know quite a bit about. I've had a theory for a very long time that the extraterrestrials that we are looking for are not extraterrestrial at all. They're interrestrial. And we're going to talk about it right fucking now. Soft-headed. Now, when I first saw this picture, I knew I had to do some research, right? Because the source seemed to be, trust me, bro. And I did not, in fact, trust a bro, so I did research. This did happen, though. And of course, it happened on a fucking podcast. This is the channel, and this is the name of the episode. And I am sorry to burst your bubble, but it is all in Portuguese. You can get lucky and try to do the translation. It's a hit and a miss. Do it at your own risk. But about the 3-minute mark is when they start talking about aliens. I don't think Manconawabu is the name that's used for them in the podcast, but the man genuinely recognizes the photo and has a reaction that's basically akin to, yeah, that's Paul. He knew exactly what they were talking about. And then he starts describing a legend from his people, which essentially is the same across a bunch of other cultures, about ant people that live underground, that only speak with the elders, and they come up when civilization needs them. Are we talking about Ant-Man? No, we are not. We are talking about, specifically it seems, grays. But this legend is very similar to other legends, and I wrote them down here. This is not an all-encompassing list. This is just examples of other places that you can find these legends. And the list is as follows. The Australian Aboriginal people. Up next on our list, we have the Hopi, Navajo, Cree, Anasazi, Apache, and Anishinaabe people. Mayans, Aztecs, and it seems as though the Book of Enoch also describes these ant people as well. Now, it seems as though there are 3 different types of ant people, and the type of ant people determines where it's going to live. First type lives in the ocean, second type lives near volcanoes, and the third live in mountains. All of these stories are interconnected in the details. They all share details that seems impossible for each other to know. And then we have some cultures where their story of creation starts underground, but they're all ant people. They all are described as looking like the Greys. They all live underground, and they all come to the surface when civilization needs them most. Again, do I think that the word that was used in that picture is correct? Not necessarily. Do I believe the stories that are told are correct? There are too many details shared by too many people across a vast amount of land and sea for something if not just a little tidbit of truth, to be real. All of these cultures say the same thing too. If you speak to the earth will speak back, or if you speak to the earth, it will help you. Sound moves very differently through ground. What if when you speak to the earth, you're not speaking to the earth, you're speaking to them, and they can hear you because their ears are built different? What if that ocean we just discovered under the crust is their water supply? I don't know. Lots of thoughts. I hope you guys have a good day. I came across a really interesting...
Something strange is happening in our oceans.
This very strange video is circling the internet of what's supposed to be this very strange phenomenon happening in the middle of the ocean. A couple of people inside of a boat captured it on camera. I'm going to show you guys the entire video. Some people are relating this to underwater volcanoes, but I'm not exactly sure if this is the case. I'm going to show you guys the video. You tell me what you think is going on here. Check this out. Pay attention, look at the size of this thing. Look at this over here. What's going on here, guys? What is your take?
Don't forget to like and follow and stay weird.
If you think you're prepared for what you're about to see in this video, I'm here to tell you that 99.99999% of you are wrong. Let's roll the clip, shall we? You really thought, didn't you? Soon as it came fully into frame, my first thought was, where is Godzilla and why isn't he fighting this right now? I'm watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and this literally looks like something straight out of that show. And these things live on the earth right now with us in that water. I'm not sure why I expected anything less. I'm not sure why I expected it could be a reasonable sight. And you got people saying, oh, nothing to be afraid of, no worries. They don't actually come close to the surface. But the problem is that they're down there in the first place. And what happens when one day they just change their mind and they do decide to come closer to the surface, huh? Like fam said down here below, there's a reason we ain't meant to go that deep in the water. There's a reason we ain't got gills while we breathe oxygen above the water. And I used to be someone who was like, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna go have an adventure. Nah, I'm done. Nope.
Apparently, schizophrenia is different out here than it is in certain different places, like Africa or
what the fuck?
Or like India. Bro, I swear to God, you want to know what it is?
How is it different?
Okay, out here, for some weird reason, this is something that people, started to notice.
Yeah.
Out here, for some weird reason, schizophrenia, the voices in your head that are talking to you are super like negative and mean and like telling you a bunch of shit like, hurt yourself or do this or do that or whatever, like all this craziness. And then they've noticed that people in Africa or India and like these other places, it's voices that are making them like laugh or give them good emotions.
Funny guys and stuff. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know what that is though. Why do you think that is?
I do. I think it's just because of the society that we live in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you already have mental issues, you're probably not going to be the most cool guy to be around. So it's like most people are probably just going to like roast you or like get on you or not give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Like treat you as like lesser than a citizen damn near. Because of like you have like mental, especially people that are like have it like really, really bad where they have to really go to like professional help for this shit. You know what I mean? They probably are being treated differently than a regular ass person. Where I think as in other countries, when people are more like, they have issues, people in other places are more likely to help these people out and friendly and be more like cool with them. And I think out here. And also it's like,
I actually see what they're saying, because living in Haiti and living here and seeing schizophrenic people here and the ones in Haiti, they do act different. They are more, the ones in Haiti are more, at least in my opinion, are more happy and more upbeat and outgoing and, just more chill. Because I've never heard of no schizophrenic person going off or snapping on someone and taking somebody out. And a lot of time, like, I've watched crime shows and all that, and I've seen it. But I've never heard of anyone in Haiti who is a munfu, which is what we call them, crazy people. And if I was to translate in English, that's exactly what it means, munfu, a crazy person. Anyways, I've never heard one going off and taking somebody out. There's this one, so let me tell you about this one lady in our town that was considered the town's crazy lady, right? But everyone loved her. It was like she was part of family. She come to your house, everyone knows she has special needs. Well, not special needs, but she's crazy. Like, she's not all the way there. She even, like, got pregnant, had a baby and everything. Okay, she had a baby and everything. But you could tell, that character... Never mind. But we all knew, like, she was schizophrenic, like, really bad. And she would, like, go to everyone's funeral. Everyone in the town that passed, she would go. But then again, she was, like, everyone was friendly to her. So she thought, everybody was her friend. So she would go to all of the funerals. And what she would do is, at the time of burial, whenever they're getting ready to put the casket in the hole, she would do the most. Like, she would drop herself on the floor and start rolling on the floor, screaming like she knew that person, and that person meant the world to her, and she could have been, like, not that close to the person, maybe see them every time she walked by the neighborhood kind of thing. That's how it is. Like, we all knew that's how she was. Her name was Patricia. We all knew that's how. Yes, Patricia, that was her name. I was so young, but I still remember this because that was, like, the time, right? It was. Anyways, she would do that, and one time she went to a funeral, and people would always pick her up, lift her up, help her clean herself up, and da-da-da. But this one time she went to... It's so funny. Okay, let me tell a story. She went to the funeral, and of course she's doing her normal thing. They're about to put, lower the casket down, and she's there screaming. And if you know Haitian funerals, it's so bad because everyone is like trying to... I don't even want to say it because, people are emotional. But it's almost like in Haitian funerals, people are trying to see who can outcry the other because everybody just are so obnoxious with it, But don't get me wrong, yes, you are hurting, but Haitian funerals is not, like how American funerals, people are like, Haitian funerals are more, what? I mean, throw yourself on the floor type of screaming. It's that bad. Anyways, that's why, it's too much emotion for me. I can't do it. But anyways, so she starts screaming. She starts screaming and throwing herself on the floor, and she just lay there. She just lay there and did not get up because she's so used to people picking her up. And I think at this point, she loved attention. So she just threw herself on the floor and waiting for people to pick her up. And I think people just had it with her. And everybody just left. Like, they buried the person. She's still on the floor, screaming, rolling. Oi, take me. Put me in the hole with them. That's the type of thing that she would say, right? So everyone literally left the cemetery and just left her there. And then finally, as everybody's about to reach the gate to, leave, she picked herself up and then look around and just and shake the dirt off and just walk. It's not funny, but it's so funny. And I was a kid and I still remember this. Because no, people are not about to pick you up every time. You just throw yourself on the floor, just cry. You don't even know the people. You don't even know the people. But she was schizophrenic. Like, she had, issues, But she was funny. She was the town's funny person that everyone loved. She was, she'll start talking, she'll never stop. But everyone loved her. She had her bad behaviors, but she was the most happiest person I've ever known. She was the most happiest person I've ever known. And any Moonfu that I knew in Haiti never committed any crime. They weren't down. They didn't have any negativity around them. They weren't in a funk. They weren't depressed. They were the most happiest people. I mean, this lady, sometimes once every blue moon, she'll take all her clothes off and start running down the whole street. screaming and laughing and all of that. And then afterwards, she'll just walk back and pick her clothes back up and put them back on. Everyone just, oh, there goes Patricia again. And that's it. She'll just do that out of nowhere, you know, at least once a month. And people just look at her and then watch her come back, you know, with the walk of shame and put her clothes back on. But she would tell us sometimes that some voices in her head tell her to do it. So we're like, hell, all right, do whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? But she was... Anyway, she did pass, but she was awesome. She was awesome. And yes, just like they say, I do see the difference. I have to say that. And unless you live in different places so you can actually see it, you might not understand what they're saying or what I'm saying, but I do see the difference. That's true. That's very true, at least in my opinion. Anyways, that's my opinion on that. Talk to you later.